Oh, hey there. So I was just playing a game of Shadowgate here on my Macintosh SE, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if they released a new version of Shadowgate in 2024? Well, that's just what they did. So Shadowgate was a game originally released in 1987 for Macintosh computers. Later that year, it was released again for Amigas and Atari ST systems, and then it got ported to just about every platform, including Nintendo Entertainment System, in about 1990, where probably the majority of people played it. Now, I played it on Macintosh when I was a kid because that's what I had. I had a Nintendo too, but this is where I played it, and it's a great game. Some people may consider it one of the best games of all time, just because of the ingenuity of it. It really took the old text adventure games and sort of turned it into a more graphical experience. Some other similar games to this were something like all of the King's Quest games that were out for DOS, way further back than 1987. But this was like one of the must-have games if you had a Mac in 1987. Anyway, so there were two sequels to the original Shadowgate. It was called Beyond Shadowgate, which was released for TurboGrafx 16 in, I think, about 2003. And then there was Shadowgate 64, which was a Nintendo 64 release of a different Shadowgate. But the game we want to talk about today, Beyond Shadowgate, not to be confused with the 2003 TurboGrafx 16 Beyond Shadowgate, is out now, and it runs on Windows only. Would have been great to see it running on Mac OS, but I believe the engine that they used was a Windows-only engine at the time, and there's probably a whole lot of work in porting that to Mac OS. So it's okay. I've got a Windows machine, and I just really want to play Beyond Shadowgate. All right, so let's go fire up my modern Windows PC and get Beyond Shadowgate 2024 edition up and running.
All right, here we are, Beyond Shadowgate. It's the Shadowgate continuation from the original 8-bit Shadowgate. Let's play it. "35 years have passed since Jer defeated the Warlock Lord in the caverns beneath the living castle, Shadowgate. For many summers, the land of Cal Torlin prospered, and the events at Shadowgate began slipping from memory. But evil is stirring, scheming to bring the world to ruin." I like the cursor. "Gwental, the shining jewel of Cal Torlin, has lost its king. Unrest and civil war has swept peace from the land. Amid the madness, a poor Fendling has been cast into a dreary dungeon at the mercy of a murderous prison guards. But this is just the beginning of a journey that will push him to the edge of destruction and beyond." Beyond Shadowgate. Well, I haven't played through the entire game yet. I feel like I spent enough time where I can hopefully provide a pretty decent review here. Beyond Shadowgate, the 2024 version, not the 2003 Beyond Shadowgate for TurboGrafx 16, was written by the original creators of the OG Shadowgate. They teamed up with another software developer to provide the engine for the game and have released what is being shown here before you. Beyond Shadowgate was introduced and funded on Kickstarter, hitting all of the stretch goals, which unlocked bonus chapters, bonus music, and a digital comic. Beyond Shadowgate is available on Steam, which is the version I'm playing here, and in a DRM-free version on Good Old Games, and is noted for Windows only. On Steam for $18, on sale right now during the release, a week or two, you get 10% off. You can get it on Steam, and you can get the DLC for an extra $7. From the Kickstarter page, 35 years have passed since Jar defeated the Warlock Lord in the caverns beneath the living castle, Shadowgate. In that time, The land of Cal Torlin prospered, and the events of Shadowgate were forgotten. But once again, evil is stirring, scheming to bring the world to ruin. Lead Dell as he travels through Gwenisel, across the Torlin Forest, over the Gatekeeper Mountains, and beyond. Uncover plots to overthrow kingdoms that threaten to plunge the land into darkness, interact with old friends and new, while protecting Dell from the traps, hazards, monsters, and every other peril that may introduce him to the ever-present Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is a new game mechanic where your game view starts flashing red, and you are tasked with a timed event that requires split-second decision-making in order to remain amongst the living. Failure to act in time, or failure to act correctly, will result in your death and your return to the previous checkpoint. In the original Shadowgate, you had to find and keep lit torches throughout the castle in order to not die of a broken neck by tripping in the dark. So this mechanic, while new, does seem familiar to the old Shadowgate player and keeps the pressure on to keep moving forward, just like in the original game. The new game has a map that is 4 times the size of the original game, but stays true to form as not only the spiritual successor to the original, but as the actual and legitimate successor to the original. Well, to the NES port, which really was the original. In Beyond Shadowgate, there's a hint system that uses a hint sprite to give some tips on how to proceed. The music is fitting for an 8-bit game, and the transitions are smooth and well planned.
So as you can see, the original Shadowgate running on a Mac SE here, it looks a lot the same. So it's not full screen, it's windowed, but it's got the same things. It's got your inventory, and you can drag things around. You can make your inventory window bigger. We've got the same kinds of commands, operate, consume. They're not exactly the same as Beyond Shadowgate. We also have, the ability to act upon thyself. We have the map here, and then we have our scrolling text here at the bottom. So a lot of familiarity in Beyond Shadowgate with what you're seeing here.
So what are my thoughts on this game? Well, if you're a fan of the original Shadowgate, or modern 8-bit gaming in general, this is a must-buy. Playing this game takes you directly back to the 1980s style of gaming. Beyond Shadowgate does live up to everything the designers promised. Unique puzzles, fast action sequences, frequent checkpoints, traditional 8-bit music and sound effects. It's all there. And as a dad with kids, which wasn't the case for me in the 80s, I like how easy it is to pick up where you left off using the save game system. I am frequently recruited into some massive Minecraft builds with my daughter Lane, and I just can save and exit Shadowgate, join her Minecraft realm in a few seconds, and, come back to Shadowgate whenever she needs to go to bed. I think for many of we middle-aged gamers with kids, having the ability to pick up later is a huge win on its own. After all, you can't just jump out of a Call of Duty deathmatch whenever it's convenient for you, right? Since it's styled after 8-bit gaming, performance isn't an issue at all. I was playing on a Ryzen 5 machine with a RTX 3050, but I don't think the minimum requirements of a dual-core 2.0 GHz CPU and a GeForce 8800 GTX are going to be deal breakers for most people. Wouldn't it be cool if they ported this new map and new mechanics back to the original engine on Mac OS? A man can dream. Anyway, I rate this game as an A+. I wasn't able to think of anything negative to say about it other than about damn time, guys. 35 years? Welcome back.
You can see it's a really fun game. It really stays true to its roots with original Shadowgate, and it's just a fun way to spend an afternoon when you got some time here and there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of different from what I usually do, but I thought this was a cool thing to do, so that's what I did. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hi guys! Make sure to like and subscribe and watch more of our videos later. Bye!